Hey guys, it's Elaine, the Ninja Life Coach, and welcome to my channel today. Today is Motivational Monday, so sit back, grab yourselves a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, I'm back. Today I want to talk with you about truth. And I know that we have had several Motivational Mondays on the topic of truth. But today, I just really feel like with the way everything's going with the world, with society, and things are just really, in an upheaval right now. And, we just don't know which way to turn. And oftentimes, we don't know what is truth. In John 17:17, Jesus speaks these words, "Sanctify them by your truth. Your word is truth." And this is a statement that Jesus made to his disciples when he was praying to God. Now, he was asking God to sanctify them by God's truth. I know that a lot of times we want to interpret truth in a certain way that appeals to us. I'm guilty of it, and everybody I know is guilty of that same thing. We want truth, but we want our truth. We want to somehow feel validated by what we perceive to be truth. If we can get to a point as Christian men and women today where we are going before God and saying, I don't care if this skins me alive, Lord. I want the truth. I don't want to be deceived. I want your truth. Because ultimately, God's truth is the only truth. If God's truth conflicts with our truth, well, guess what? Our truth doesn't amount to a hill of beans. It is God's truth that matters. And I think that in this day and age, we all like to feel entitled. We all like to feel validated. We all like to feel heard. Those are important things. Those are important concepts. But when it gets right down to the nitty-gritty, that really needs to kind of go out the window, and we need to be humble enough to submit ourselves to what God's telling us and say, look, you're being deceived here. This is truth. And I can only speak for myself on this issue. I know there have been many times when what I thought was truth and what I was operating under was in fact not the truth. In fact, it was a big fat lie that I had believed, and I really liked to believe that lie because it sounded good and it seemed good at the time. It's kind of like in the book of Judges where the Bible talks about everyone did what seemed right in their own eyes. And when I was a kid and I read that, I thought, oh, that's really good. Everybody's doing what seemed right in their own eyes. Everybody's doing the right thing. And I did not realize at the time that there were people that thought doing right in their own eyes was harming others. I didn't have any concept of that. I had no point of reference. I thought, well, everybody's following their conscience and everybody's doing what's right, seems right in their own eyes. I didn't realize that some people just don't have a conscience. But we can't get to that point where we are only doing what we think is right. We need to be doing what the Bible tells us is right and good and profitable and joyful and kind and merciful and those types of things, the fruit of the Spirit that have eternal consequences. Those are things that are truthful and that we can depend on. When Jesus prayed that prayer to God the Father, that is an eternal prayer that we can pray over ourselves for our hearts to be sanctified with the truth of God, for God to set us apart with his truth, for God to reveal the truth to us in our hearts. And if we follow him and we are truly seeking his truth daily, and as we move forward in our lives and set our goals and find our purpose and do what God has set before us to do, as we do those things, we will more and more discover the truth if we pray that prayer and press into what God has for us and press into his heart. Try to find God's heart. Be a woman, be a man after God's own heart, just like King David was. Listen, you guys, I hope you all have a wonderful day. God bless you all. Check out my links down in the description box. Everything I do is down there. God bless you all. I love you guys. Maranatha.